This is Chaplain Greg Holden. I'm continuing a series on things you can say to people who are dying and things you can do to help those who are dying. The important thing, bottom line, is there is so much you can do. You do not need to be at a loss for words. If words are not possible, your presence means so much too. So in this video, I will focus on 5 Buddhist meditation points that can be expressed as a prayer and that can help someone, that can facilitate someone's transfer of consciousness from this realm to the next. But you don't have to be Buddhist. You don't need to take this religiously necessarily. If you're not religious, that's great. Think about these messages. Think about these as meditation points, things to contemplate. Whether you're contemplating your own end of life or you're with someone and you'd like to help them keep their mind on a virtuous and beautiful transition. In this video, I'm going to focus on 5 powers of death. There is a lot more to mention in other videos, but I'm just going to keep them brief and break them up. So the 5 powers are mentioned in this verse from a prayer called the Lama Chopa. If my death should come before I enter the path, bless me to reach a pure land through applying the instructions on the 5 powers, the supremely powerful method of transference to Buddhahood. So if I am dying and I don't feel I'm on the spiritual path yet, or I'm not as far along the path as I would like to be on the path to enlightenment, I can seek to have Buddha Amitabha lift me into a pure land by practicing 5 powers or states of mind. So my consciousness will transfer from this realm to the afterlife. And again, a Christian can do this, a Jewish person can do this, a non-religious person can do these things because they can be practiced as generic, non-religious states of mind. Meditations, really. So in traditional Buddhist teachings, there are 5 stages of death. And the first one is non-attachment, which is a really essential step. The dying person just has to let go of everything. This is where giving things away and saying goodbye and making amends with estranged friends or family can really make a huge difference. There is a story my guru, Gelek Rinpoche, used to tell about being at the deathbed of a great Lama, and he said, I'm going to die soon, but he didn't die. And he was asked, hey, that's a nice shirt you're wearing. I love this shirt, and I love the way it looks on me, and I just love the way it feels. And Rinpoche said, give me that shirt, take it off right now. And he took the shirt off. He was so attached to that shirt, and after he took it off, he was able to let go, and he died. So that's the first step. Second is letting go of something else. It's letting go of the ego, of the self, of self-grasping, of the feeling that you're precious and you're the most important thing. You let go not just of your fear of losing your body, but your identity, of the persona or the person you have constructed and held on to for so many years. Try and let go of that. Thinking of others can help. This is where calling friends and family can help. Write some letters. Say the things you've always wanted to say. no matter how hard they are. Now's the time. If you have a chance, you're actually very fortunate. The third step is developing a strong sense of compassion, first for yourself, then for all beings. That ties in with the previous actions about reaching out to other people. But now try to reach out to everyone, to all beings, to think about all living beings who are suffering in their own way. Think about all the people dying. Think about the people who don't have even the luxury of contemplating, of saying goodbye, because it happens suddenly, or they're unconscious, they can't talk. Maybe there will be a chance to help all these suffering beings when you're on the other side. You can shower the whole earth with love and compassion, for instance. And fourth is the power of prayer, praying to meet with a spiritual leader, to see Jesus or Allah or one's guru and one's spiritual community, which is one's family, one's soul family. If prayer is important to the dying person, pray with them and for them. It is a sign of respect and love and compassion. It's what they want and they need. If they are not religious, you can pray to Mother Earth, pray to Father Sun, pray to the divine field that joins all beings and to the spirit that enlivens us. Then the fifth stage is to keep doing this. It's the power of habituation. You become accustomed to this, and you might try and do it with every breath. While the dying person is conscious, they can do these things themselves. When they are no longer responsive, someone like me can say such prayers for them. The formal Buddhist name for these 5 meditations and the prayer that is associated with them is called the phowa, P-H-O-W-A, and it is a powerful prayer for transferring consciousness from this earth to the next existence. So there are at least 10 things to say or think about to remind someone of when they're dying. Let's review. You can say, thank you, forgive me, I forgive you, I love you. That last one is probably the most important. Turn off the TV and talk about positive, joyful things. Let go of all attachments. Let go of your ego, your identity, and think about becoming one with the trees and the flowers and everything, as one patient said to me once that he was expecting to do. Think about finding the religious or spiritual leader who is important to you. Think about reuniting with your community of souls, your soul family, and keep doing this. Habituate to it as long as you can, maybe with each breath if you can. Helping someone leave this life and be reborn in the next is like being a doula or a midwife to someone who's going through childbirth. It's a great privilege and one of the best things anyone can do for another person. It can also be sad and upsetting at times. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Be kind to yourself, take breaks. Do what you can. If you can just be a helpful, joyful presence at the deathbed, that's quite a lot, I think. That's all for now. I'll have more to come. For instance, I'm going to talk to a family member about caring for someone with a long-term through touch and compassionate presence. That's coming up. Please remember to subscribe or like this video. It helps me a lot. And if you have more suggestions of things to say that have worked for you, let us know in the comments. Thanks so much for listening, and I wish you peace.